less than 2 weeks since a Pennsylvania jury deadlocked on criminal charges against Bill Cosby. But waiting for him in California is a civil lawsuit against him alleging sexual abuse.
We're very happy about the result today in our civil lawsuit of Judy Huth versus Mr. Cosby.
Civil rights attorney Gloria Allred is representing Judy Huth, who is accusing Cosby of assaulting her at the Playboy mansion more than 4 decades ago when she was just 15 years old. A trial date in this case has been tentatively set for next summer. Cosby has denied any wrongdoing.
We will continue to pursue exploring the defenses that we believe exist to this case, and we hope that as the case develops, we'll be able to achieve a positive outcome for Mr. Cosby.
Allred isn't saying how much they're asking for in damages, but says this civil case has not been impacted by the mistrial in Pennsylvania or what may follow.
There's a higher burden of proof in a criminal case than there is in a civil case. In a criminal case, a prosecutor, any prosecutor, must carry the burden of proving guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
I believe that round 2 will ultimately provide the acquittal that Mr. Cosby seeks in Norristown.
So a judge set that trial date for July of 2018, but both sides will be back here in September to update the judge on how that criminal case is proceeding. Meantime, Cosby's lawyers say that he looks forward to getting his career back on track and performing again to the public.
What's good, fam? I want to thank you for tuning into my channel. This W.I.T video that I'm about to bring you, you all saw the video. Bill Cosby is yet being brought up on charges once again. Hold up. Now this time he's being brought up on charges from allegations of forcing a 15-year-old, not an adult like these other people who've come up and say he spiked the drinks and all this other kind of stuff. This time he's being alleged to have forcefully made a 15-year-old give him oral sex. Now some of you are probably saying, oh my goodness, well when did this happen? I hadn't heard about this. Here's why. Because it happened back in 1974. 43 years ago, Bill Cosby supposedly, allegedly, made a 15-year-old give him oral sex. Now, it gets a little bit juicier. Now, this 15-year-old that he allegedly, made give him oral sex, performed this act at the Playboy mansion. Yes, you all heard me. This 15-year-old was forced into doing this act at the Playboy mansion. Yes, Hugh Hefner's Playboy mansion. I know where y'all minds are going right about now. I'm sure when you're hearing me, your minds are going the same place mine was going when I heard this. Now some of y'all going way left with it. I can almost guarantee that. But a lot of y'all being like, wait a minute. When you first heard, you're like, wait a minute. No, not the cars messing with a 15-year-old. And then you're like, wait a minute. At the Playboy mansion? There's a lot of twists and turns in that, people. I don't know what Bill did. I wasn't there. But I do know that they said this happened back in 74. 43 years ago. Now, let me read you a little something there. We're going to get into the juice of wit. While Bill Cosby's surrogates have begun to position the star as free and clear after a mistrial in the Andrea Constand case earlier this month, another civil trial, this time based in Los Angeles, seems destined for court. LA Superior Court Judge Craig Kaplan scheduled a preliminary start date of July 30th, 2018 for a trial stemming from Cosby's alleged assault of then 15-year-old Judy Huth at Hugh Hefner's famous Homely Hills home, the Playboy Mansion. The preliminary start date is yet another step in the long brewing case's slow march to the courtroom. The first moves were made in 2014 when Huth filed a civil lawsuit seeking damages against Cosby for sexual battery and both intentional and negligent infliction of emotional distress. In her filing, Huth claims that she met Cosby on the film set in 1974 at the age of 15, though she admits telling the comedian she was 16 at the time. She alleges that Cosby invited her and her friends to a tennis club and then to Hefner's home, where he proceeded to sexually molest her by attempting to put his hand down her pants and then taking her hand in his hand and performing a sex act on himself without her consent. While the criminal statute of limitations in California for sexual assault has already passed in the case, Huth was a minor at the time, giving her the opportunity to file a claim against him. Cosby has already been deposed in the Huth case during the 7-hour session in October of last year. The judge will reconvene the parties in September to determine if the star will be deposed again and will decide if he will lift the stay he imposed on the trial due to the ongoing criminal proceedings against Cosby in the Constant case sometime this fall. Montgomery County, Pennsylvania District Attorney Kevin Steele may still launch another criminal trial in the Constant case. On top of civil claims and criminal proceedings involving Constant and Huth, Cosby has been accused of sexual harassment or assault by upwards of 60 women, several of them presented by Huth's lawyer, Gloria Allred. Civil claims and criminal investigations tied to those other women are still in development. Despite all of the above, Cosby's surrogates have tried to frame the matter of their client's guilt on innocent as past tense. A possible Cosby press tour, which had originally appeared as a seminar on how to not be accused of sexual assault, was recast by spokesperson Ebony Benson as a restoration of legacy in statements given. Now, a lot of these ladies who have accused Bill are being represented by Huth's lawyer, Gloria Allred. Now, Huth, who was 15, but told the car she was 16 for whatever reasons we don't know. But we do know why people up their age, to make the person that's older, make them feel better about talking to them. Oh, I'm 16, not 15, so I'm a little bit older, so you can holler at me, you know. So, now, in this article, it didn't say anything about the cars forcing his penis down her throat. It just spoke on him trying to put his hand down her pants, then getting her hand, I guess putting it on his penis and doing himself with her hand. I don't know what the case is. But still, yet still, even though it said Bill took her to the Playboy Mansion, this 15-year-old girl ain't had no business being in the Playboy Mansion. This 15-year-old girl, where were her parents? Where she was gone all day. Now, if her parents let her go with her friend and stay there, where were the friend's parents that let her stay all day? Where's this friend when all of this was going on, since they both went to the Playboy Mansion? Where was this friend, and why hasn't she come forward saying that Bill done any of this? She was with them. She was with them. So all of this is just a case of, I'm going to get me some loot. I can come back and you know, and file charges against him again. At this point in my life, I'm broke. I'm going to get me some money or whatever, just like everybody else is. It's just a big game. It's just a big game. Once again, I'm not defending Bill. I don't know what happened. But what I do know is, even though minors aren't mature, some of them, at this point, the game is being played. They're playing a game. Everybody that feel like they can stick their hand in the pot and try to make this man look like he's a big monster. I don't know what it is. You know, but what I do know is, come on, 43 years ago, by a young girl who lied about her age, who somehow got into the Playboy mansion, who friend that she was with hadn't said anything. I hadn't seen in the story yet where she said anything back then. I hadn't seen anything in the story where she's saying anything now. Where were her parents when this was told back then? Did she not tell her parents? Come on now. 43 years ago, this young lady said that Bill did this to her. And now, at 50-something years old, she's coming back again. What it is they're trying to milk it all and trying to take this man and beat him down so severely that he's just going to be laid to rest. But they're trying to get all that they can from him while he's here. Once again, I don't know if Bill is guilty or not guilty. If he messed with a 15-year-old girl, then it's shame on him. But if he didn't, everybody that's lying on the man, and I don't know if all of them lying, or some of them are telling the truth or what, but if they didn't, if they are lying, leave the man alone. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel, and I'm sticking by that. But I want to thank you all for tuning into my channel. Like, share, subscribe. Until my next video, I'm out.